traditional marriage recognized in the UK? Is our Nigeria traditional marriage recognized in the UK? This is always one of the questions that comes to every couple's head. Every young person that is coming to the UK, this is one of the questions that comes to their head. If you are not married in the church or in the court, these are one of the questions that comes to our head. Let's discuss this and answer this crucial question today. Let me welcome to my channel once again. My name is Love Menu. Thank you. If today is your first time, thank you for stopping by. Please click the subscription button. If you have been watching us, thank you for your support. We really appreciate that. So let's know what UK actually recognized as you being married. In the UK, for somebody to be married, to be legally married, one, it must have official documentation. I would like to read it out for you because there are some things that need the words, the terms, one after the other, for you to know what is the difference, what they actually recognize as you being married. What exactly is the requirement, the difference between UK marriage and our Nigeria traditional marriage. You know, in Nigeria, our marriages, different tribes have different way they do their marriage. You know that, right? So, the way Igbos do their own, the way Yorubas do their own, outside every tribe have their own way of doing their marriage. Traditionally is what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the court or the church we own. So, which is the major difference between why UK does not recognize Nigeria traditional marriage. Let me take you through on that. One of the reasons why UK do not recognize Nigeria traditional marriage is this. One of the case study of it. Nigeria traditional marriage requires majorly verbal consent. What do I mean by verbal consent? Nigeria traditional marriage only requires you saying, I want to marry this person. My family have accepted, his family have accepted, we have fixed a date, we are going for the marriage. No official documentation, no paperwork or anything. But one thing about UK is that for something to be valid, for something to be recognized officially, it must be documented and signed. But our Nigeria traditional marriage, both in every tribe, is not documented anywhere. Okay. Another thing that our people do that we value so much in our traditional marriage is bride price. In our place, if somebody has paid your bride price, they see you as somebody that is completely married. But in UK, it's not like that. The difference is that the bride price is just like an amount given to a family. It doesn't have a particular amount. Some family don't even collect. Some even collect small and give you back, depending. It's just like a family thing. It's just like a tribe thing. It doesn't have a particular thing, amount that is being paid for that. But in UK, there is no legal amount to be paid for somebody, for somebody to be your wife. See, let me read it out. In Nigerian customary marriage, the negotiation and payment of bride price or dowry is a common practice. This tradition, which signifies respect and appreciation from the groom's family to the bride's family, plays a crucial role in this union. However, this element does not align with the legal marriage framework in the UK, where there is no equivalent practice or requirement for recognizing a marriage. For a marriage to be recognized, that is, I said, let me read it out for you to see how they put it. In Nigeria, for a marriage to be recognized, you have to pay that person's bride price. But in UK, you're not meant to pay anything for that marriage to be recognized. Bride price means nothing for that marriage to be recognized. Another thing is symbolical rituals and celebration. In Nigeria, you have to do a lot of celebration, calling friends and family, these people, as in settling a lot of things. Symbol of this, symbol of, as in a lot of things. You need to do this one, stages by stages. But in UK, that does not say that you are married. In Nigeria, that is how we know that you are married. But in UK, that is not how they know that you are married. You see that little paperwork, you see that pen and paper that you must put down. The only thing they need from you, this one our people are calling big ceremony, this one or the other one. What they need from you is fix a date. There must be a particular date with at least 2 witnesses. At least 2 witnesses. You must not call the whole village. You must not call the whole neighbor. You must not bring down the whole town for you to be married. Immediately you have at least 2 witnesses that, and is a proper documentation, whether in the customary, whether in the legal way or in the religious way. That is the only way you are being recognized as a married person in UK. Another one is community recognition. Verbal and community recognition. In our place, for you to be married, people have to know. People have to recognize you. As in, the ceremony is what will make people to recognize you as a married person. As in, that is what gives them the consent. That is what give them the mindset that this person is a married person. But in UK, the only thing, the one and only thing that gives you the recognition as a married person is that paperwork, which you must either do legally or religiously. That religiously is, you are still going to sign that legal paperwork, even in that, like in our place. You know, there are some churches that will wed you in Nigeria that is not legally recognized. Especially most of all these New Pentecostal church that is not registered in CAC. Again. Yes, okay. So if you are wedded in church in Nigeria through all this Pentecostal church that is not registered in CAC, that marriage might not, that paper you signed that day might not take you anywhere if you are living outside Nigeria. If you must do anything in court with that paperwork from those churches that is not registered, that marriage is not considered to be a legal marriage. The main thing that you have to do to be recognized as a married person is not the bride price. Even though in our place, we see that bride price as the ultimate recognition for you as a married person. But if you must use that marriage right anywhere outside your vicinity, anywhere outside your customary law, you must go to a legal place, which is the church or the court. This is the difference. You must sign that paperwork to make it legally official. So, one of the things I want to highlight to us here is the churches. You have to take cognizance of the churches because I remember one of my friends telling me that when they want to do their marriage, I was telling the friend how we were going back and front in the local government, just going to sign this one, sign the other one during my wedding. She was like, that she didn't do any of that when she did her wedding. I said, okay, where did you do your wedding? She mentioned one Pentecostal church like that. I now asked her, the wedding certificate they gave to you, did you read it? Does it have anything, legal documentation on it? She said she have not paid attention to that. Lo and behold, this lady's husband traveled to the Canada. On their process of relocating to the Canada, that's when they found out that the wedding certificate they got has no legal backup. It just has the church name. So they now went back to do court marriage, so their marriage can be a legal one. If you must do your church wedding, make sure that the church that is wedding you is recognized. There's what Nigeria called CAC. That church must be registered with CAC. A lot of all these Pentecostal churches are not registered in CAC. So if you want your marriage to be a legal one in Nigeria, please make sure that you wed in a church that is registered with CAC. That is the only way that paper you are signing that day will be recognized anywhere you are going. Some people doesn't know that church wedding is the same thing with court wedding. There is no difference as long as that church is legally registered. That wedding you did in church is the same. You don't need to do another wedding for you to use that wedding certificate anywhere. You don't need to do another. You don't need to do another wedding as long as that church you wedded from is a registered church. I said, let me clear that mindset. Know this before you go for your wedding, before you go for any marriage. Know the marriage that is legally recognized. Know if it's just based on Nigeria, when you are traditionally married, is okay. But if you must be recognized as a married person outside Nigeria or in anything that is legal, my dear, you have to do that church wedding or that court wedding. This is the only way for you to be recognized outside tradition, outside things that concerns tradition. This is the only way for you to be recognized as a married person, both legally in Nigeria or in the UK or anywhere abroad. This is the only way for you to be recognized as a married person. I hope this helps you as you make that decision to go into that union. Make the right choice. If you must do that big ceremony, do the one that will favor you. Not the one after calling the whole crowd, you end up going for another thing that will signify the same thing you have already done because you did it the wrong way. Thank you so much for watching. Happy married life. As you join the married queue, do it in a legal way. It will help you to stop a lot of things. There are a lot of things you cannot even fight in that marriage if you are not legally married. So that is why it's very, very important for you to secure that legal right in that marriage, for you to be fully sure that you are actually a married woman or a married man. It's not just about women alone. Both man and woman actually need that legal right in that relationship, in that marriage, for it to work well, for everything to go as planned. Please make sure you seal that marriage legally. Thank you. See you next